My name is Mai Khoi, and I'm a singer in Mai Khoi and the Dissidents. When I write song, I just write about what I feel, what I know, what I want to say. The government don't like that. If I sing my songs on the street, they will arrest me right away. Now I have to do the secret show.
In the early days, it was parties, openings, paparazzi. She was invited to sing at senior level government events all the time. She was making a lot of money.
People call her the Lady Gaga of Vietnam. She won Vietnam TV's Album of the Year award. She was on the top of her game.
At a certain point, Koi got tired of singing what people wanted her to sing. So she threw it all in.
I felt empty inside me. I realized that there's so many problems in this society. So I choose the activist way.
Vietnam is a single-party communist state, and is a good place if you go through life just following what you're told to do. But the minute you express anti-government views, things get dangerous pretty quickly for you.
I want to show the world what's going on in Vietnam.
A public figure like Koi, who goes rogue like that, they come down swift, hard, and fast on you.
To have somebody who can rally the youth and the young people, that's scary for the government.
Very popular artist here who is speaking out on behalf of freedom of speech and expression.
She's extremely brave, but she's going up against a totalitarian regime.
I love Vietnam. That's why I want to make the country better.
There are lines you can't cross. And putting yourself on a collision course with the regime is not sustainable.
Freedom is the most important thing. And I want to protect that. No one can stop me.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Piscatella. I'm the director of the documentary film Mai Khoi and the Dissidents. I'm so happy that I get to share this film with you guys. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions. What are some of the things about Mai Khoi that you find fascinating? Well, this is the third film I've done about activists fighting against large oppressive governments. And in most of my films, the subjects usually discover about halfway through filming that, hey, there are really big risks involved with this sort of work. And what fascinated me most about Mai Khoi is she knew the risks when we started filming, and she still chose to stand up and speak out. To me, that's courage, and to me, that's bravery. What do you think the source of her energy is? I think much of what drives Mai Khoi is a love for her country and a real outrage at what she sees as an injustice of no freedom of speech. I mean, to Mai Khoi, freedom of speech is a basic human right and it shouldn't be trampled on. And I think that's really what drives her music, it's what drives her message, and what just drives her. What kind of a country do you think of Vietnam? You know, I'm not old enough to have lived through the Vietnam War between the United States and Vietnam, but so many images of that conflict colored what I thought Vietnam was. And when I arrived in Vietnam to shoot this film, I was just stunned at how outdated my own images of the country were. I mean, it's a beautiful country, it's beautiful people. We were mostly in Hanoi, and it's a beautiful city, and I just realized how outdated my thoughts about Vietnam were, and I hope that this film can change that for some people. What do you think of the challenges they face? You know, the number one issue that most Vietnamese people spoke to me about when we were making this film was corruption. The policies of the Communist Party in Vietnam have made party members very, very wealthy. And fighting corruption is something that so many people voice to me. And that really goes along with freedom of speech. The Vietnamese government does not tolerate dissent. They do not tolerate people speaking out against them and against corruption. And that's why freedom of speech is so important to Koi, and that's why we went and made a film about it. What do you think how do you think they should overcome? The main theme of the film is freedom of speech, because that's the biggest message from Mai Koi and her music. Overcoming the challenges in Vietnam starts with people not being afraid to speak out against injustice. That's just how it is. Most Japanese don't know that Vietnam is a country without freedoms. What do you think about that? You know, it's funny. So when I talk to people about this film around the world, everyone is surprised when they hear about Vietnam and how oppressive the government is. You know, we think of Vietnam as this great place to go on vacation, and it's a great place to go to the beach, and it's a great place to go backpacking, and we forget it's a communist country that doesn't tolerate dissent at all. What's the appeal of documentary film for you? I love stories about people who are making a difference in the world. That's why I love documentary film. I want to know about people's struggles. I want to know about their fights. I want to know what matters to them in their world. Those are the documentaries I like to make, and those are the ones I like to watch. We are delivering #ChicagoGirl on our distribution site, Asian Documentaries. Could you give a message to our Asian documentary viewers? I'm absolutely thrilled that you guys are screening my first documentary film, #ChicagoGirl. Oliva Satne was an American teenager who helped coordinate the Syrian revolution from her bedroom. And she is an absolute inspiration to me. She is the one who showed me that one person can make a real difference in this world. And because of her, I've now gone on to make several more films with that same theme. She is why I got into documentary film, and I know you guys are gonna love watching her as much as I enjoyed making this film. Thanks everybody, I hope you enjoy all your screenings.